Greetings and welcome once more to Mike Reclaims a Dwarf Fortress, the ongoing series where I try and make up for my complete inability to get a fortress running by reclaiming it. Because, you know, that's the best way to do everything, is to just try and fix it until it gets even more wrong. So there you go. Right, let's get on with it. Where was I last time? I think all the way back to yesterday. I believe I was still trying to move all my workshops indoors, and I need to lay to rest the ghost of a dwarf child who died in the previous fortress. So that should be exciting. Eventually I want to start making enough things to make a pump to pump out my cistern room, so I can put that particular embarrassment behind me. So clear that out, dig that down, fill it up with lots of water. So I shall have to have a look at that when the game finally starts to load. Oh no, wait, it would help if I hit. Oh, sitting there waiting for it to do something, and it was in fact saying, which world do you want me to load? Well, you know, I did only have the one, so maybe that was a clue game. But anyway, okay, so random dwarf suite, sleeping in a random bed, supposed to be his own bed. Do I? Yeah, I still only have 7, and I've got 7 named beds which are owned. Right, let's have a look at this guy. This is Kulit Unolkol. So let's see if he's got a bed. There you go, you got a bed. Why aren't you sleeping in your own actual bed, you daft dwarf, you? I don't understand dwarves, they're just mad. Yeah, also want to make lots of coffins, because I need to lay. I've got a whole bunch of dead people. Look at all. I don't much care about the goblins, must be said. But you know, I've got these babies wandering about who are deceased. All these mine. These are all from the previous fortress, and they have a. If I can't get them memorialized, either with a grave. So I've got a lot of graves here. These are a lot of rock coffins. But either that or a memorial slab, which is what I'm going to have to do now. Which I was in the middle of. I can't remember if I'd actually said to do it. That's the craft. Yeah, so I'm asking for a dwarf to engrave a slab for a ghost. In this case, happens to be a kid. Right, let's unpause. I still want someone to remove that thing so I can get at the steel anvil. What are you? Oh, you're the aforementioned ghostly dwarf. Hello, ghostly dwarf. We're working on it. We'll get to you, alright? Promise. Okay, so that's someone hauling a slab, that kind of it's not really an N, it's more of an upside down U, but that's going to get engraved, and once that's engraved I'll be able to install it. Bringing in the light, that's good. Come on then. Cool, so I want to build a slab, and that's Alt S, and I get the feeling I'm going to start to learn this quite a lot. Now, I can't build there because there's already a slab. That looks like the exact same. That's just a slab lying on the ground, which is not the same thing at all. Now, I have to hit X to expand the list. Otherwise, you'll just find random slabs. So I want obviously to use the specific one, Church Memorial to Lore. And somebody should come along and do that. What have we got down here? Carpenter's Workshop. Mason's Workshop. Surrounded by... coffers. Cool. Well, speaking of coffers, let's give all our main dwarves a coffer, as in which is a chest to keep their stuff in. Containers, H. And I want shirt coffer. So H. So my initial miners are going to have... Oh, I hope I didn't just do something stupid. Yeah, I did. Okay, so Q... remove building, then build H, and then make sure it's a coffer and not a pigtail fibre bag. Because I'm not sure I'd want to be the one who is the only one who doesn't get a nice rock, you know, cupboard. Or chest. No, you get a bag. That's what you get. I'm not sure. I think I'd be grumpy. I think that would make me grumpy. That's also going to improve just how the dwarves feel about their rooms. So every time they go to sleep, they should get happy thoughts, and thus should be slightly less likely to go into a crazy tantrum, which would involve killing everyone around them. And someone's excellent. That blue dwarf there is grabbing that slab and is taking his own sweet time in bringing it. But obviously, I presume slabs are quite heavy, so I can't really be that upset with him. That's it now installed. Ghostly dwarf child has been put to rest. And I'm going to have actually look at the slab itself, because I believe it gives you information about it. Maybe if I treat it as a building. I thought you could look at these things. Oh, maybe not. Well, there you go. I thought you'd get information about them and stuff like that, but never mind. Gonna quickly check the wiki to see if it's possible to examine. Oh, and can be read in Fortress mode with T, enter V. So T, enter V. There you go. The slab reads, in memory of Lure Nishastis, born woman 7, struck down by the goblin Bosa Clash and Black, the negative cremation of judges, with a silver whip. It's good to have the crash. 126. Oh, united with reindeer hoof. I have no idea what that means. And this is the other one that was there before, which I put together. Born 89, struck down by the goblin Stosbub Watia Muses with a copper spear. The cremated sieges, devoted mother and wife, lover of bismuth. Well, you know, quite frankly, who doesn't love bismuth? Everyone loves bismuth. Should really set up some crafts dwarfs stockpiles. So what we could do, because we're going to make this into a custom one. Disable. So I want refuse, but I only want bones. So let's forbid types. I think I can only go with remains. Do I want remains? Body parts, skulls, bones. Yeah, okay. So I don't want corpses. I don't think I want body parts. Skulls, yes. Bones, yes. Shells, yes. Teeth, maybe. Hair wool, let's get rid of those. So... should be alright. So there you go. And has anyone... no. Who did they set up to be my metalsmith? Was it my jeweler? Clearly not my jeweler. Well, I'm not going to be doing any jewelering for a while, so let's do that. So my jeweler will be a general maker of things, both jewellery and metalwork, or at least until that darned until I actually get that smithy dismantled. What I shall do is I shall claim these two bits, and then I can also get them removed. Leave that for the moment. Why does the mason's workshop have so much wood in it? Oh, I must have made it out of wood. Oh, I had lots of coffers. There you go. Oh, some floodgates. Sweet. And then I should be able to remove it. Carpenter's workshop. Let's claim just the shirt. Because everything else I might generate lots of haul orders which I might not want. Excuse me. Taking my cough medicine today doesn't seem to have helped much. Right, you're bringing the Yeti corpse, that's good of you. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Zones. How do I make zones? Zones aren't done with the Z key like what I thought it was. I as zones. So if we make this a water source. Temporarily, like, I should probably go back into making the river the water source, but I'll leave it for the moment. Because I am eventually going to want to completely pump that out, then dig it out more, then fill it, and then make it into a proper water source. Okay. Enormous corkscrew block. The pipe section. What are you carrying? Store item in stockpile. What are you carrying with you? Water buffalo cow bone, 16, okay. I was wondering why he was walking so slow. It's because he's got 16 cow bones. Which is a fair amount, I grant you. Is that another ghost? Ghostly farmer, okay. Add Alt S. I was entombed, that's fine. No slabs of graves entombed, not memorialized. It's not showing up. Where was I? I forgot. I've lost the ghost already. Kogan and Lonsitz. So, I'm going to see if I can find Kogan, what's his name. That's him. Alright, so you're going to get a slab. Eventually, anyway. Got some thread, that's nice. Right, I'm going to open up those two. Not actually do anything with them, I don't think. But I've got some cloth. I've even got some thread. So that's all good. So my looms could, in theory, get started up. Should I need them? I can also make bone crafts now. It might be not a bad idea to set my crafts dwarf making crafts in general. I'm going to build 2, 3, 4, 5. I suddenly realised that there's a don't have a jeweler's workshop indoors, and I should get one. The jeweler's workshop that's outside here, where is it? I actually made because I suddenly had a dwarf with a strange mood and wasn't claiming anything. Excuse me. Wasn't claiming anything. Wasn't, you know. I was a bit worried about this until I realised that it was my jeweler who was doing this, and they might want a jeweler's workshop, so I had to construct one quickly. And I got a very nice amethyst out of it, must be said. Where are you taking that? Oh, it's a pond turtle. But eat a pond turtle. Well, enjoy your pond turtle. Bon appetit, or whatever the dwarven equivalent would be. See, on the one hand, I kind of could do with some more dwarves. Like with getting some immigrants, I could do more hauling and do more jobs. But on the other hand, you're more likely to get sieges. I get a nasty feeling no one's doing any masonry. And it's probably my own fault, because I probably told my mason to do something that they really shouldn't be doing. No, he's off to construct a coffin. That's fine. Ah, so much stuff to deal with. With only 7 dwarfs, everyone's multitasking, which actually means that probably nothing gets done very efficiently. Like I largely suspect once I get those 2 brooms dug out, I might be able to get some other things done. It's my food. Oh, this is my food stockpile. That's right. So that's all good. Where's my still? Where's my still? Let's have a quick look at our stocks. How are we doing for... Ooh, we've run out of alcohol. That's probably very bad. I've got 11 dwarven wine. That's about it. Right, so let's unforbid the still. Don't know if anyone can brew, and I don't know if I can really spare people. I've got 11 wine, I've got water. It's not as bad as it could be. It's not necessarily a ringing endorsement of my fortress policies, but just have to see how this goes. That's interesting. Why? Did I ask him to do that? I don't remember doing that. That's a bit strange. Oh, dearie me, dearie me, dearie me. So many things to do. Yeah, don't think any tasks I'm putting through the manager is necessarily working. Wasn't someone... I was certain that I was seeing... Right, you're constructing building. Okay. Oh, that's what you did. Yeah, I was going to store an item in the workshop. No job. Do you only do mining? You do mining and you do healthcare. Or maybe if I make you a weaponsmith. No? Are you guys not going outside? Is that what the problem is? Da, 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 da. Set building... That's not what I want. There's a general thing for policies. So I'm seeing if there's anything that says they're not going outside. Gather animals, gather food, gather furniture, gather bodies, refuse forbid. Forbid use ammunition, claim your dead, claim your death items, claim other dead, forbid other death items. No, that should be all fine. Auto loom all thread. Ah, that might be doing that. So let's turn that off. Let's not do that. Dwarves all harvest. Strange. So it seems they're not... Is he not going outside for... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, has someone's finally done it. Sweet. No, they haven't. Yes, they have. Yes, okay. So, good. What am I trying to do? Sand. Iron breastplate. Steel anvil! Right, so... Yeah. Build. Workshop. Metalsmith's forge. We're going to use a steel anvil. And some chert. Excellent. That's what I've been looking for. Why I didn't think he'd done it, I don't know. What is this going to be? This was going to be a jeweler's build workshop. Jeweler's workshop. There we go. And I shall make a gem, which is E, stockpile, for any gems. Sweet. So you're doing that engraving. Well done, you. What else can we make here? Nope, don't want any of those. Why is no one doing stuff here? Quickly checking things, making sure that nothing's forbidden. That's all fine. See, why is Mr. Mason not masoning like what I would expect him to be doing? Do I simply need to wait for all these hauling jobs to go away? Before he'll get to masoning? Is he taking those hauling jobs as a priority? An interesting question. Yeah, I can see they're moving gems around, looks like. Oh yeah, you're making the Metalsmith forge, well done you. And I'm just going to make another stockpile and thus generate another huge number of hauling jobs. Because I clearly have not learnt my lesson. Bars blocks. And I'll just get rid of... Oops, that's not what I meant. There we go. So metal bars, yes. Blocks of metal, yeah, why not? Do I really want... Well, I might as well go here. Well, no, I'll just make bars. Bars of metal and charcoal will be all that goes there. I've got any charcoal, which I should do. I've got down here. I've got quite a lot, but I think I should leave it for the moment. Because I already seem to have so many hauling jobs that no one's actually getting anything useful done. That's interesting, you're planting here. Okay. Because I don't remember setting any planting orders, but it looks like the planting orders from the previous fortress are coming through still. That's kind of interesting. What are people up to? My poor miner, nothing to do. Well, if you've got no jobs to do, Mr. Miner, how's about we give you some masonry to do? Maybe that'll make you feel better. So now you're just going to destroy a building. That must be kind of fun, you know, that's your job today. Destroy! Sweet. Now what are you doing? Construct Reclamation. Well, if you're going to construct Reclamation, why are you going that way? Wait, you've gone all that way to grab a rock, as opposed to the rocks that are right next to... You are a daft idiot. You would have thought that he would go to his workshop and then think, right, where's the nearest rock? But no, he has gone and he has dragged a random rock from random places. You are a stupid, stupid dwarf. Look at all the rocks right next to your workshop. You stupid, stupid dwarf. That is just idiocy. I don't know what is going on in your little dwarfy brain. Right. Doesn't matter. You're doing it now, so that's good. That's good. So I've got some workshops disassembled. That's cool. I can get rid of the jewelry shop. Jewelry workshop. That's pretty much all my outside workshops, I think. Oh, not this one. Ah. So claim, and then Q, and X. So you got that? I think he's going off to destroy the building. Right. So of the 4 rock coffins I wanted made, he's made 1. And he's gone off to destroy some buildings. Or has he? What are you doing? Oh, you go for a drink. Okay, fair enough. Okay. J, Q, M, Q. Screw an enormous... Like a rock screwdriver. I want to make it an enormous metal corkscrew. I can make it of wood, green glass, clear glass, blazing metal. Got a fair amount of iron. I can make it out of iron. Yeah, let's make it an enormous iron corkscrew. Make 1. And pipe section. Rock. Can I make it rock? Iron. just quickly make sure that I've got at least some iron bars that are... There we go. Claim some iron bars. Don't know how many you need for enormous corkscrews. Checking the wiki, doesn't tell me. Good! Pipe sections. Oh, you might need 3 metal bars. Oh, I probably should have made them out of wood, looks like. And it also looks like I'm going to make sure I've got a block as opposed to just a bit of rock. But I should have some of those as well. Where would they have ended up? There we go. See what happens. Might need some charcoal actually. So just make sure I've got some charcoal. Oh, charcoal. Ah. Ah. It is always one of the more irritating things that... Because sometimes the arrow keys move you up and down these lists, and sometimes the arrow keys... So the arrow keys move me around the map, and it's the plus and minus on the numpad that's moving me up and down the menu, which is kind of okay, I guess, once you remember that's how it works. But, you know, sometimes you're just used to using the arrow keys, and then suddenly the arrow keys don't do what you think they're going to do. Let's generate more haul orders. Oops. What can go wrong? So basically I'm trying to make an enormous corkscrew and a pipe section so that I can construct a pump for pumping out my room that shouldn't really be the way it is. This room here with all the ramps down. Let's make a floodgate. Put that here. I could probably even just wall that off. Is this the way I want to do it? Is this the order I want to do this in? I don't think this is actually. Let's get rid of that. Remove building. Because what I want to do is pump from here, because level down it's all water. Pump from here, pump, and it'll come out here. So I think what I want to do, is do that. Some migrants have arrived. This is potentially something. Hello migrants. Right, what are you? Adequate competence, alright. Can't change his nickname. There must be a way of doing it, changing his nickname from here somewhere. Customize. First wave of immigrants, basically so I can keep track of people. Probably get very, very bored with that, so I might... Preferences labelled, so woodworking... So carpentry, fair enough. Healthcare, hauling. Yeah, I can do another carpenter, I'm alright with that. What about you? Z, Y, N, first wave. Adequate siege operator. Well, excellent. You're completely useless. Preferences labour. So you do engineering, which is nice. Let's put you into mechanics and pump operating. Make you, because I'm going to make a pump, so that seems like a good thing to do. Let's make you stonecrafter as well. While we're here, actually do it. Yeah. If I get more than 2, which I haven't. What are you? Stray tame piglet. That's cool. Do I just get the 2? Is that it? Okay, cool. That'll be that. So they're going to head probably down to the dining room, because that's kind of my meeting area. Metalsmith Forge. Nothing is actually happening here yet. That's fine. Probably should have turned one of them into a mason. Well, actually, why don't I turn one of them into a mason? First wave, siege operator. So, let's make you a mason. As well as a woodworker. While there's woodworking to be done. And while there's masonry to be done, there's not much in the way of woodworking to be done at the minute. It's a new fortress, lads. Everyone has to do a little bit of everything. Oh, got lots of coffins. Let's do all the coffins. There you go. Some coffins. I was on a break. Okay. That's just gross. Can you make a graveyard? Stockpile. Yeah, I just want to see if I can find a place for putting all my dead bodies. Yeah. Because it would be convenient if they weren't just lying around, if they could just like be in the one place. The obvious thing would be a refuse stockpile. And see what the options are. Corpses. It's interesting. Allow all. So really I just want dwarf corpses at this point to go here as a kind of temporary storage area. Oh, again, there are so many things. It'd be nice if I could do a quick search and just, you know, I want to store Dwarf, because it's not in any order, it's not alphabetical. That can be a real pain sometimes. I'm just desperately hoping I'm not accidentally already kind of scrolled past Dwarf. So many things. Dwarf! Dwarf. Here we go. So anything to do with dwarves should end up there. Or not. Giant loon. Now I might be checking here incorrect or uselessly because this is hair and wool, and it's entirely possible that hair and wool don't come from dwarves, and therefore dwarf does not show up in this list. But there is no particular way of finding out that I'm aware of, other than just going through the whole list. And let's just assume that dwarves don't have hooves or horns. I don't know if they... Well, it's not so much that I don't know if dwarves have teeth, but I don't know if their teeth can exist as separate things. Jumping Spider-Man. So many things. Cod don't have teeth, they are fish. And again, I'm wondering, have I already scrolled past dwarf without meaning to? Plump helmet man. You can get plump helmet people. That's slightly disturbing. Leech man, giant leech. So pretty much every kind of type of animal, you can get a kind of giant version of it and a kind of humanoid version of it. Dwarf! Alright, so we will block all and then enable dwarf. Oh, I think I've screwed up. Cod, so dwarves were definitely after cod. I'm even making an assumption that these two lists are sorted the same. Again, I'm just assuming they don't have shells. They might have bones. I'm assuming that the lists are in fact sorted the same. So, yeah, they come after cod in one list. They must come after cod in another list. But I'm not confident in saying that. Moose man, giant moose. So you get moose, moose man, giant moose, badger, badger man, giant badger. Surprised you don't have dwarf, giant dwarf, and dwarf man. Floating guts. Floating guts is apparently a thing. Have I just moved past dwarf? Because I'm just not confident I've found dwarves yet. Dwarf! Wow, my god, you have to go right down the list to get to dwarves. Let's try going... skulls. I'm going up the way this time, instead of down the way. So many different things, my god. Wombat man, giant wombat, dingo, dingo man, giant dingo. This must be terribly exciting for my viewers, so joy. There we go. Dwarves. Body parts, so going up the way is quicker. But not much. should what I should probably try and do is start to get an idea of okay, so allow all item types. Actually, let's turn off item types. So remains, not meat, not fish, not seeds, not plants, not beds, not thrones, not flasks. Oh my bloody god. I had no idea that. Okay, so I think, yeah, I think that should do. Oh, that was painful. If I already had, yep, use of burial. What's my mason up to? Still on my miner, sorry. Oh, someone's making the corkscrew. It's brilliant. Then I'll need the pipe section after that. Then I can start looking. Oh, brilliant. So you've made the corkscrew, and then I just need him to make the, or someone else anyway, to make the pipe section, which is what I think he's doing now. He's just gathering the bits. There we go. Then I can make the pump, but I need to have that thing dug out first. Oh, there we go. Dig, 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 dig. Dig, my minion. I'd say those yellow pound signs all over the place, that's all iron ore, which is just brilliant. What? What are you horrified by? Okay, I'm not seeing anything that's particularly horrific. Okay, that's beginning to fill up with dead bodies. Lovely. And a bin for some reason. So you can have a bin full of bodies. Ah, cool. More coffins, which I can set to be used for burials. And that we saw someone actually getting buried right then. That's rather quick. Rather nice. Now, that looks like we've got the pump done, or at least the components for the pump. So now I have to remember how pumps work. Build machine components. Screw pump. Now change orientation. Now let me quickly check the wiki upon this. That's not doing what I want. Okay, so what the problem is I need this to be a piece of solid something. So I'm going to remove it as a ramp. I think. Hell with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build construction floor and just make it out of like the closest piece of stone. That should allow me to place the pump where I want it to be. And then I can start pumping out everything. Do I have any doors? I've got a door. I'm going to place a door there. I shouldn't need it, but the reason I'm doing this is to make a what's known as an airlock. It shouldn't matter because I think everything that's being put into that graveyard is rotten enough. It's already kind of rendered itself down into bone, so it shouldn't smell. But the idea behind the airlock is that if you have a big lump of miasma smelling the place up, which you don't want, then it'll be kept in by a door, but if you then open the door, the smell will come out, and that's going to be gross and horrible. So if you have two sets of doors, one after each other, then that's very, very unlikely to happen. I see they've done my graves, so use for burial. Oh, that's actually not been used yet, so that's interesting. So I've got a couple of spare graves that actually aren't being used. Build machine components, screw pump from north. And then grab a chert block, enormous iron corkscrew and a pipe section. I'm not sure if I've thought this thing through. Oh, actually, yes, I think I have thought this thing through, or at least I can have done. Build trap components. Lever. See what I'm going to do. This is going to be annoying. This is going to be really annoying. I thought this would be simple. Can I get away with just using a door instead of a floodgate, I wonder? Can I quickly check a few things? Because if I can get away with just using a door, then that's going to make my life a lot easier. Most situations. So let's build a door. Don't have a door. Let's tell someone to make a door. I haven't had a wooden door in ages. Let's make a wooden door. Give our carpenter something to do. Could use the door that's going to end up in my graveyard stockpile. So I'm going to remove that building. I don't need that lever. What I was going to do was set a lever there, which would activate the floodgate that would go here, because I don't want water coming out here then flooding the rest of the cabin. But if I can do it with just a door, because it's really inconvenient, because floodgates can only be operated by levers. You can only open them up using a lever. Oh, yeah, because there's a thing that way. Oh, that's a bit of forbidden. Right, okay, so... yeah, sorry, they were trying to put the door in, but there was a piece of rock in the way. That was forbidden, and thus they could not move it themselves. So that was what was going on there. That's interesting. I've still got a few spare tombs. I was quickly checking the job. I was clicking the job management and seeing whether or not someone's actually... This is the first time I've definitely noticed that someone's done a job that I told them to do by the management screen. Because up till now they haven't been, and it's kind of useful to see they haven't. An ambush! Drive them out! I don't know where this ambush is. It appears to be in the middle of nowhere. How is this a location of an ambush, exactly? That's... I didn't even... What? Where am I? Deep underground? What? Right, so somewhere deep underground that I can't see, there's an ambush happening, apparently. That is bizarre. Well, I'm just going to have to assume that there's... I'm not quite sure what to do about that. Can only assume that it's actually happening down here somehow. Yeah, it must be right down the bottom of this. No, but there's no way up. There's no way up. So this is on 130. So the lowest my dungeon goes, the lowest my fortune goes, is 140. So I go to the notifications, and I zoom to the location. It's 124, which is much lower than the lowest point in my. Is that right? Oh, I might be wrong actually. It's not actually. So it's not actually the lowest point in my dungeon. But at the same time, I don't see how they can get to me, because that's just an empty... Well, it's just a blocked off dead end. That's really weird. I'm certain that's not in any way going to come and haunt me. Just the way I'm completely ignoring it. I'm sure absolutely nothing bad will occur. Yeah. Can I build the door yet? I can. Do I make new coffins? Oh, got a couple. No, I don't have a... Okay. So, I might get to the stage of being able to pump out my cistern. And then the only problem I have is digging a deep pit, which always seems to be fraught with danger. What was that you're bringing? Is that my door? That looked really weird. Needs architecture. I know I have at least one architect, so I'm just going to assume that will eventually work. Ooh. Let's make these into bedrooms, because I actually now have some people, other than my original few, who could do with some bedrooms. So this is my low-income housing in here. Kind of looking forwards, you know, maybe towards one day getting a dwarven economy, because in the dwarven economy you actually the dwarves actually have to rent places, so you actually need to have a bit of a low rent district. Otherwise you get dwarves who just don't have anything at all, and they just sleep on the floor and they get very grumpy. So you actually kind of want crappy little hole in the wall places, precisely so that they can so the poor dwarves can live somewhere at the very least. And yeah, so you want a range of accommodations from the palatial to the deeply awful. Right, so I've got some new coffins added. Open these up for burial. I noticed some of them, the coffins seem to be set to be the resting place of, you know, Smith, without anyone actually chucking the remains in, as far as I can work out. Can you look in? Oh, actually I was grabbed person there. So church coffin. Can't really look into. Yeah, you can't look into the coffin, so you can't see if the coffin actually contains anything in particular. There's another coffin going in. Use a burial. Use a burial. This dwarf here, I think, he's constructed a building, and he's currently got an iron pipe section. So he's taking a little while to move that iron pipe section. Then he's got to go and get the corkscrew, I think, which will probably also take a while. Yeah, so he's scurrying off now because he's all unencumbered now, but he's going to have to go and grab that corkscrew section, which will be also very heavy because I've very cleverly made it out of iron. Or I could have really made it out of wood, because you can make these things out of one wood or 3 iron bars, and that's really kind of extravagant, shall we say, to make it out of iron like that. But hey. People who aren't busy. That's nice. That must be the corkscrew going in. let's make some rock crafts. Oh, and there we go. That is the end of summer. It is now autumn. I do hope I've got enough stuff to get through the winter. What I really want to do is get my cistern pumped out and made into an actual cistern before winter comes, because obviously everything's going to freeze over, and I want to have enough liquid water because I really don't want my dwarves to die of thirst. I think that'll be kind of embarrassing. Okay, so time to save my game, which, I mean, admittedly it already just did that, but that's pretty much the only way to quit. So let that get done. Yeah, I need to check things like am I doing enough farming, and am I producing enough food, and all that kind of good stuff. Because winter is coming, as it were. So I do need to keep track of that if I don't want to have many starving dead dwarves. I mean, I've only got the 9 dwarves at the minute, so should be alright. Should be alright. There we go. So thanks very much for watching. I'm going to give the usual please feel free to subscribe to the Nearly Enough Dice YouTube channel. We have Let's Plays of various games. We have interviews from a Scottish convention called Compulsion over the years, so some interesting interviews with various role-playing game designers and card game designers. One of my favourite Let's Plays, which I'm actually myself watching through at the minute, is myself and Liz, my podcast partner. We played Portal 2 co-op really rather badly. But I'm finding it enormous fun just watching us kind of get all the puzzles wrong. And you can also go to the Nearly Enough Dice website. We have a podcast. That's really where all this comes from. And so all our podcast episodes go up on Nearly Enough Dice, and we have game reviews and articles and various other bits and pieces that we do. So please do either of those things if that appeals to you, or if not, please join me for the next exciting episode of me very slowly and very gradually and very hit and missing and randomly trying to reclaim a fortress. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.